So greetings to you this Monday. Today is Monday and what is the date today? The 15th, the 15th day of September. We're getting close to the end of the year. We're getting close to the end of the year. Welcome to Dr. Love Prasad, Uncensored, the program Uncensored Guyana. The channel, the name of the channel is Dr. Love Prasad Uncensored. The name of the show, the program, is Uncensored Guyana. It's not the same. I'm Dr. Love Prasad, and I'm hosting Uncensored Guyana. Welcome to today's edition. Where is Doggy? Where is Doggy? Come on, boy, come on, boy. Where is Doggy? Doggy, 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 doggy. Doggy, doggy, come on, boy, come on, boy. Come here, boy, come here, boy. Doggy, 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 doggy. Where is Doggy? It's a fair question, isn't it? So before I get to Doggy, and before I get to some of the other points I want to bring out on today's program, let me thank all the lovely people. I thank you for everything. For those who send their little, most can't afford it, but they're still out of the kindness of their heart. They reach out and they support. I'm thankful. And quite frankly, I'm not a pastor or a bishop to tell you that God is going to multiply your blessings, or if you send me $1,000, you're going to get $100,000, or if you send me this. No. I don't go down that road. I'm not into the prosperity bullshit. So I wouldn't tell you things to seduce you to send me your money. I wouldn't do that. If you send, it's because you want to. It is because you want to, you're sincere, and you're like, hey, out of my heart, I want to. Not because I seduce you to do that. So I'm not making any promises. But what I can tell you is this. The whole process of giving is the same process how nature works. We invest in food because our body needs it. That's why we invest in food. We invest in gasoline for our vehicles because we have a destination. Whatever you give out is an investment. You never see your money as giving it out. Whatever it is, even if it's going to the shop to buy something from the shop, you don't spend your money, you invest it. So to all those who continually send their support my way, you're investing it. You're investing it into what you considered worth your dollar, worth your time, worth your effort. That's why you invest it in me, because you think it's worth it. And in return, you get comfort from the things I bring out to the program, from whatever content I may host. It comforts you. That's why you invest. It's not wasteful spending. So I value every cent that the persons come out and reach out towards me, every cent. To this day, it's only you, the people, that I serve. I don't serve politicians. I never do. I never will. I serve the people. Having said that, not all the time I would read comments. Sometimes there are too many, but I read some. Sometimes I read and I would like it and stuff like that. And I try to like all the comments that favors, my narrative. I didn't have much time to review the comments of the previous show, but I liked a few. Somebody, matter of fact, a few persons reached out to me via the number you see on the photo there, and on my TikTok. People reached out and they're like, "Hey, there is a comment on your last video. Have you seen it?" I said, "No. What about it?" They said, "I think you should read it." I said, "No. People can say what they want. I don't have time for that." One person emphasized that you should read it. I didn't. So a woman who identified herself as a PNC, she said, "Look, I'm a firm PNC. I'm a firm." She said, "I voted for the PNC." She said, "But I respect your views. I like your show. I respect your views, and I hold nothing against you. But I'm a PNC." She made a screenshot of the comments on my YouTube and she sent it to me. I didn't have a choice. I had to read it. So I thought, this is not on my wall. Somebody else. So I went myself and I thought, let me check and see what this comment is. And I read it. I read it. I want to respond to that person, but I'm going to read it back for a lot of you who may not have had the time to read comments. I have it in my phone, so I'll read it to you. I want to start with that. I had something else in mind, but that caused me to change my content so I can deal with this. The person is Manira or Moneyram, some Moneyram Booty, some shit like that. But it appears to be an Indo-Guyanese. It appears to be that case from this email what they have here. The person said, "Who gave you," talking to me, they're talking to me. "Who gave you the authority to tell the Guyanese government to follow your advice? You and most of your followers outside of Guyana want to run things here. And stop boasting that are responsible." It means I should stop boasting that I'm responsible for the PPPC win 2025 election. You are behaving like a spoiled child at times. At times. Meaning, besides that last show, I'm good. But that's one of the times, according to this person, I am behaving like a spoiled child. My last show. You want the government to hire you as their mouthpiece, a lobbyist, always complaining you're doing what you are doing for free and the party is not paying you. Let social media supporters most want some. Okay, maybe it's a numbskull, but I'll try to understand this. Let social media supporters, should be most of whom want some oil money. What? Let social media supporters most want some oil money, pay you because you're working for them, not the PPPC party. You're living well, eating well dressed, well and very educated and intelligent man. What you want from Ali or party? Don't give me the BS means bullshit. You're doing it for the Indo-Guyanese. It's obviously an idiot who wrote this, but you get the picture. Let me break this down. I don't know if it's a man or a woman, but it's hard to tell. Money ram man booty, some shit like that. But it's a male. I don't think it's a female. The tone of this sounds female, but I think women will be smarter than that. But let's assume I don't know who it is. It's apparently somebody who follows me. The last part, you're always complaining and doing what you're doing for free, and the party is not paying you. Let social media, it means let my social media supporters On my social media support, oh, it's so fucked up. It's like you have to rewrite the whole thing because they're working, because you working for them, not the PvP party. Living it in, okay. If this was one of my students and if the first, I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm not going to go through the rest. That's a not even an F. I'll go down to Z. But I get the picture. I said a lot of stuff on my previous program regarding the cabinet. That's a PPP supporter. I don't know how close that person is to the core of the party, because the PPP has faction. They have the Jagdeo camp and they have the Ali camp. I don't know if he's from the Ali camp or the Jagdeo camp. From the tone of that, maybe the Jagdeo camp. I said, I am one of the persons on social media who is largely responsible for the massive victory for the PPP. That's what the fuck I said. Okay? I'm not the only one, but one of them. Good? Whether a lot of you want to acknowledge it or not, it's a fact. Rightly so, I don't work for the government. I've said it many times. You know why I've said it? To you dumb skull, you fucking idiot. You want to know why I've said that I don't work for Ali or Jagdeo or the government or the party? So that the people can understand whatever comes out of my mouth, it is not a paid script. It is not a sponsored statement. I'm not speaking in favor of the people who pays me. So the Guyanese who listen to me can trust what I say because it is not motivated by any incentive. I don't have a contracting firm. I don't have a lobbying firm, as you rightly acknowledged. The party hasn't funded me. The government hasn't funded me ever. So that if I say something, I always, even with the shitty things some politicians do, I must always blindly approve of everything they do. That only would have happened if I was on the paycheck. I mean, the pay, whatever. So while people accuse me from the beginning, not now, I faced scrutiny many times. And like I said before, my own relatives turned against me, publicly denounced me. My own relatives. And I have Indo-Guyanese and Afro-Guyanese relatives. Both sides turned against me. Before the Doubleday crisis, the Linden crisis, all those things that happened, because of my position, they thought, and that was far from elections. Elections was far from that. I election talk. I'm talking about my relatives. They thought that there is no way I can take such a firm stand with the Indo-Guyanese or the business or whatever it is unless they're paying me. They said there's no way you will do this for free. Not that I'm a hustler, but the passion, the conviction to which I did it. Nobody could have believed that this is not voluntary, because nobody else does it voluntary. None of the others who were talking for the PPP before, they don't do it voluntary. They are paid, they are funded, they get contracts, they get deals, all of that they get, so they have to. And those people don't believe them. People don't trust them because people know that they have to say what they're saying because they're hustlers. They're getting paid from it. They have to say. The country knows that because they themselves say that they're getting funded from the PPP. So I kept and continue to say that hey, nobody funds me. Nobody pays me because I want the Guyanese to understand that you can trust what I'm telling you. I'm not talking in favor of anybody because of some incentive. If I take this position in favor of President Ali, it's because that's how I feel. If I take this position because of, I talked about Vice President Jagdeo. You search social media, go back 6, 7 months and search TikTok social media. I am the only man who has raised the bar when it comes to the credibility of Vice President Jagdeo. The only fucking man that did it. After me, then all the people keep coming out saying, yeah, Jagdeo the nice guy. Yeah, but before that, it was negative. It was dirty, bad. I raised the bar. I started talking about third term for Ali. It was me. Elections was far from that. Because that's how I believe. That's the conviction I have. Because I understand the governments of Jagdeo. I understood that they always try to build. They always do their best to build Guyana. That's a fact. Jagdeo was president. The Guyana was struggling, but yet he managed to balance the budget. He managed so many things as a young man. So I give the man credit for that. All the scandals, all the corruption blame, all the stuff. I didn't focus on those things. I focused on the good the man did. I focused on the fact that he's a credible politician. But I didn't speak of character. I don't know the man personally. I met him a few times in the past. I don't have Jagdeo's number. I never talked to him on the phone. Never. So it's not a thing that I'm constantly with these guys. No. I have not talked to President Ali since he became minister. Years ago. Never. I received his number recently from many people, but I never called. I text a few times, no response. I never called. So this is no intimate thing that I'm back and forth with these guys. No. When I visit the Guyana, I don't go to these guys. I don't want to see them. For what? They have their job to do. Let them do their job. It is necessary now for me to do what I'm doing, so that's what I'm doing. Okay? I feel and I believe before the elections, I believe that if the government's direction changes, meaning if somebody else takes the reign, it's going to fuck up the country. I believe that. The evidence shows that that's what always happens. If one government is on a path and for somehow they lose the election and somebody else's comes, they change everything. They redo everything. It's a process, a slow process that the people gotta continue to be subjected by. It's the people who suffers because the politician, even the former who would have lost, their lives are not upset. They still have their money. They continue benefiting from the country. And the new ones that goes there, they're going to start filling their pockets. That's what politicians do. You know who suffers? The citizens who voted for them. They suffered. So I wanted to make sure to do my part sincerely so that the PPP continue on the path they're going. I want to see where they're going for the next 5 years. That's what the fuck it is. However, the fact that after doing all of that, and all these people are plugging my ears with, yeah, people, you'll be surprised to know that the kind of people who calls me before elections, the offers, because they understood the influence of social media. They understood. You'll be surprised. When they did that, they understood that if they have to sacrifice $1 million and they see a clear path to victory, they're going to sacrifice that million, because after they get into victory, after they become the government, that $1 million is pennies compared to the billions, the hundreds of billions they have access to. They know how to recover that million. That's how politicians operate. They never lose. So the fact that all of these people who are doing things for these parties, I got the information that they're heavily funded. Then I start feeling like the fucking asshole. That hey, all these people who are pretending that they're talking for the PPP or talking for Ali, they have gotten huge contracts before. They have enough. They have to spend days and nights making sure that they see who they can seduce to vote for these guys again, because they have benefited and they know they will continue to benefit. The ones who didn't, they're using their people the same way. So then I thought to myself, no, I like money as much as everybody else. This is not a non-profit. This is a fucking government. These are politicians. You don't do anything free for politicians. Politicians? This isn't a home. This isn't kids. You're not trying to help some neighborhood to develop themselves because they have no fund. These are people that has access to hundreds of billions of dollars. You understand me? You see what was at stake? Trillions of dollars was at stake. And if I was going to invest my talent and time and influence to get anybody in power, it should never be for free, because the others aren't doing it. And even if the others aren't doing it, it should never be for free, because all the candidates that were on the list, the main candidates, even the small parties who just started. Remember, Aubrey Norton was getting what? Close to 2 million a month. Remember that, right? President Ali was the president. Vice President Jagdi, the vice president. I said it on many occasions. Azruddin Mohammed is a billionaire. Now, why would you invest your talent, your time, your energy, your resources for fucking free to help millionaires and billionaires get richer? Tell me why. Why? Because I say I'm done with Indo-Guyanese. What does that got to do with compensation? What? You tell me. The people who reached out and were very kind to me, they're not politicians. They're not politicians. They have nothing to do with politics. They're just concerned. They were concerned that I do not compromise by taking funding from people that would compromise my name. They're like, hey, you know, I would discourage you from that. But they didn't discourage me by just saying, please don't go that side. They reached out and they said, hey, how can I fund you? But they're not politicians. Either way, whichever government comes, those people will still be in their business. They will still get contracts. Either way. Because the country needs to develop. And the people who have the know-how and the means to get it done will get it done regardless of who is in power. So when you're going to come out, or whoever, and you're going to question my motives because I say I don't like the cabinet, you're going to question my motive. You think I'm saying I sound Indo-Guyanese because I want something from Indians? What the fuck do I want from Indians? You tell me, what? What do you think I want from Indo-Guyanese? that I can't get from blacks or myself? Pussy, you tell me. You think I'm going to go through all of that? You think I'm going to lose not just the respect or the trust from an entire group of people because I want some simple favor from another group? You think I'm going to be perceived as if I betray Afro-Guyanese because I want some fucking little thing from Indo-Guyanese? That's how you see me? You little shit? That's how you see me? I'm gonna pretend on the internet, on my show, for the world to see. You think this is an act? You think I'm pretending? You think I pretend to be against crime? You think I pretend support for the man who lost his investment at Doubleday Hotel? You think I pretend to be for the people who are constantly attacked? You think it's pretense? Then if I'm pretending, there have to be some incentive. I wouldn't do it for free. I wouldn't pretend for free. You understand? Got to be some incentive. But I wouldn't hold all of you responsible for that fucking idiot. I've noticed it quite a few times. Whenever I'm talking 100% in favor of the PPP, I'm loved. People worship me. I'm the greatest. But if I criticize one time, then suddenly I'm a Negro. I'm a nigger. I'm a sellout. Just fucking once. But the hundreds of times that I promoted, and this is the hundreds of times that I promoted, use my credibility, attach it to President Ali Jah and all these other people. I'm a nice guy. But when I'm critical, then you call me names. You know how many times, a matter of fact, I spent the whole campaign talking about Norton and all those black leaders. I said worse things about them. Do you know PNC people never criticized me? You know who cussed me out? Were them scraps and scrapes in the ghetto when I was talking and pushing and exposing the lies about the Adriana case. Because it's a child, people connected to that. So the fact that I was defeating a lot of the things they're saying, a lot of people couldn't deal with that. To them, it's like, you know, just let it be, you know, don't talk against it, you know, because of this. And so I said, no, fair is fair. But when I talked about politicians, Aubrey and all these other people, the PNC people never attacked me, never. I talked about Azruddin Muhammad and when his people never attacked me, never. Matter of fact, they wanted me to join them. And the party that I have pledged my loyalty to forever, that I've continually stressed the importance that they should stay in power, that I've continued to stand behind, the party, just because I criticize some things sometimes from the government, not the party, the government or the Ali government, you're gonna fuck with me? You want people to think I'm a sellout? Sell the fuck out to who? Who did I sell out? I want fucking oil money. I want people to what a, yeah, it affected me. It affected me. It really did. There's not just a social comment. They repeated themselves. They made sure they made a statement. Is this a typical idea? Because I say I stand with Indians, it means I must never, regardless, never criticize the Ali government. What the fuck does Ali government has to do with Indians? Am I not the one who tried to convince people that the President Ali government is not an Indo-Guyanese government? Am I not the one who keeps telling people that? I'm the one who keeps telling people that, right? So when idiots like you making it appear that if I stand with Indians, I should not criticize the Ali government, then you're pushing the narrative also that the PNC have said forever that the Ali government is Indian government. If that's the case, then I'm not with it. The Ali government can't be an Indian government. I've said before, it's a government for the people. The People's Progressive Party is not an Indian party, you fucking assholes. It's not an Indian party. It's a Guyanese party. Chedi started it because he wanted to unite the Guyanese against the oppressors who were the foreigners. Barnum, it was a black man who caused the party to have that stain that is an Indo-Guyanese party, and politicians used it to keep the Indo-Guyanese close to the party because, hey, we're here for you. But that's not the founding of the party. The party wasn't founded to be an Indian party. What kind of nonsense is that? How the fuck can the first party in the country founded to be an Indian party? Then Chedi was a racist. Then Chedi was a racist. Because you idiots are brainless, you don't think before you make certain comments. So I cannot push this narrative that the PPP is an Indo-Guyanese party. It's not. Whatever reasons they keep having Indo-Guyanese presidential candidates, I can't speak to that. I don't know the facts. I don't know the facts. If that's the only way they can hold the Indians, by having always a presidential candidate as Indo-Guyanese or a vice president as Indo-Guyanese or a finance minister, I can't speak to that. I don't know the facts. If that's if it's politics they're playing, that if they have a black presidential candidate, the Indians would not support them, then they're the ones who are making the Indians look like racial, like they're racist. I can't speak to that. But what I know, unless I have the facts to change that, unless Vice President Jagdeo or President Ali can say, listen, this is an Indian party. Until then, in my book, the PPP Civic is not an Indian party. It largely may have Indo-Guyanese followers because of the demographics. Politicians divided us. The PNC, it is evident now that the PNC is an Afro-Guyanese party because of the composition of their parliamentarians now. Now you see, okay, you're convinced that yes, that's a black party. Then I can say safely, yes, it's a black party, and I can't support that. I can't support a black party. Now we have Win. And Win, the man is not as an idiot as we think he is. Look at the composition of his candidate. He is willing to sacrifice one of the person. And yes, give Doggy credit. Yeah. Just like a lot of you saying that I had nothing to do with the PPP win, fine, we'll see. We'll see 2030. Who has what? But for now, you're right. You're correct. I was wrong and you are right. The People's Progressive Party, President Ali, largely won re-election because of you, the people there in Guyana on the ground who went from house to house, who called people. It had nothing to do with me, or as you say, social media, nothing. Nothing. Okay? So you're correct. All right? I was wrong, you're right. Moving on. So, where is Doggy? Like I said before, we all know that Azzuddin Mohammed's Win party got momentum and gained that massive victory, gained the massive victory exclusively because of social media and the fucking internet. Ajuddin's win must attribute their success to the internet. That's what is responsible. All right? One of the people who is largely responsible for the success of Win is Doggy. Doggy is one of the people who is largely responsible for Win. And I don't care how dumb he might be. I don't care how stupid Doggy might be. I don't care how undesirable he might be. The fact that the success of the Win party and all them motherfuckers who are on the list could enter parliament must be attributed to Doggy. Therefore, the first person who should have been on the list for the parliament should have been Doggy. What's his right name? Anyway, should have been Doggy. That's how you show your kindness. No amount of money you can give to Doggy, no amount of money will be as satisfying and rewarding as being a member of the parliament for the next 5 years. No amount of money can replace that. I have no idea as to what discussions happened. I had no idea as to what happened. I don't have a contact with Doggy. I've never spoken to the guy. I am just commenting like I always do. I also said the other day, I saw the video when this Lola person was saying that any good coolie is a dead one. I saw the video. I also saw the video when a lot of the people cussed the Indo-Guyanese. I saw the videos. But does that mean I must cheer, applaud the fact that her life was almost lost to gun violence? Does it mean I must sit back and say, yes, you see, she likes to call for the death of people. She likes to incite this. She likes to. Does it mean that I'm supposed to join the fucking gangs of people who saying, yes, good, they almost killed her, they should have gotten her? No. If you follow me, you understand me, you know that certain things I don't fucking do. I don't care what people say. I said before, nobody should be subjected to any gun attack. And what happened to the Lola woman, some asshole jerk loser sneak up and bam, 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 he should be put to death. That's what I said. He should be put to death. He should die. There is no justification for what that woman suffered. That's what I said. Doesn't mean I like her. Doesn't mean I support her. Doesn't mean I agree with her when she says any good Indian is a dead one. No. It means I'm a fair and just person. That's what it means. Anything I call out, I call it out for what it is. And in this case, I say it is wrong. Doggy should have been a member of parliament. He should be number one on the list. He should have. He caused the party to win that massive victory, not Odessa Phillips or these others. Doggy did. He's the one that was trending. There are two persons who were trending, Ajuddin and Doggy. Doggy was trending more than the vice president, more than President Ali. So Doggy should have been there. What, he would embarrass the party? Oh, now. So when the guy was doing his nonsense, when he was entertaining people and breaking the law and all these kinds of stuff, it was good because he brings attention to the party. He brings attention. He gets public sympathy. When he was doing all of that, he was good. So now it comes to the parliament. Oh no, we can't have you there. You were like, no. Look, get some money. Yeah, no, we can't. You can't come there. Oh, he's not good enough for the parliament now. What is in the parliament? Who is in the parliament? Let's examine that for a moment. Who is in the parliament? Virgins? Who is in the parliament? Virgins? Because the only people that I would say deserve a virtuous compliment is if the parliamentarians are virgins, women that has never been fucked, never sucked a dick. Them and men, well, what can I say? But you get the picture. The fact that every person in the parliament has dirt on them, and when you get information on those people, you're like, fuck, how the heck did he get there? Yes. They're no different than Doggy. They're no different. What, because they have a law degree? Or they gotta have some degree and some degree this? That's why, because Doggy might be, they're all sinners. They're all sinners. And politicians are the last set of people you put your credibility behind. Well, I did it, so I'm the asshole. But what I'm saying is, politicians are politicians. They're all the same. They would say and do whatever it takes to get power, and they would say and do whatever the fuck it takes to keep the power. That's politics for you. So they can't go saying, why are we aligning with that guy? Where were they before that? Oh, we can't have that. We can't this, we can't that because we're up there. We're the fuck up there. Politicians are losers. They're losers. Morally, they're losers. But they win because they get power, they get position, they get access to money, they get access to favors, they get access to all of that, and they can live a higher standard of life than the average person who voted for them. It doesn't mean they're better. Not because they have an air conditioning house or they have guard dogs or they have security or they can buy from the expensive stores. It doesn't make them better than you. It just means that they have access to money and you don't. That's all. And it also means that you're the asshole that gave them power and now they think they're better than you. And you give them power. But let's look at the other facts here. A large percentage of the Guyanese electorate stayed home. Not just the Afro-Guyanese. Indo-Guyanese also. You see, because after my few shows, I could tell you, people are contacting me all the time. And a lot of Indo-Guyanese tell me, says, no, Doc, you're wrong. It's not just the Afro-Guyanese. I didn't go to vote. I didn't want to vote for these guys. A lot of Indo-Guyanese contacted me and say, hey, I didn't vote. My family didn't vote. We decided not to because who would you vote for? They're going to put the same people back. So not just the blacks. A lot of Indians didn't go out to vote. Now that is very bad that the governments need to pay attention to. If people were that impressed, more people would have come out to vote. But if less people came out to vote than the previous election, it meant that things aren't going right. Things are not going right. People are not impressed. And rightly so, those who are painting a good picture, they might very well be funded to do that. You can't trust what they're saying. You have to listen to the other side. That's politics for you. So Doggy should have been on the list. And if you are that embarrassed and humiliated that you have somebody like Doggy in the parliament, then whose responsibility is that? If it's the government officials would say, hey man, what the fuck you doing? Then whose agency? Because don't tell me that GCOM was free from politics. No. You had three from the government and three from the opposition. That makes it political. So if you had this control over politics, over GCOM as a politician, as a political party, the fact that GCOM, that you had influence over, approved of Win and the sanction boss to contest the elections, everything else that comes with it, it's on you. Number one, GCOM allowed the man to come online. Number two, there are a lot of things that they did that was looked away, turned a blind eye to. Number three, they won. They're not the opposition. Number four, as a consequence of winning and being the opposition, one of their key actors will be in the parliament. That is Doggy. Number five, if you have a problem with it, let's go back to number one. You allowed it to happen. So why sideline Doggy now? When all of this happened because of people like Doggy, why sideline him? He should have been in the parliament. You're going to rotate it after 3 years and then put him close to the end of the term. You're going to call him in and say, hey, you can take the seat now, to use him again to get more votes. Well, he'll be an idiot if he does it. And if Doggy accepted money to quiet down, then Doggy has no wonder the people can't trust these hustlers. And why I believe that he would have accepted money, or he was paid by his boss to, like, you know, we don't want this, we don't want that, is because Doggy made several videos about how happy he is, how ambitious he is, and he even told Nandalal, I'll see you in the parliament. He was boasting about it. He was bragging about it. He says, you know me as Doggy, but now you're going to address me as honorable. The guy was excited because he believed that there's no way, nobody can tell he can't go there, because he is largely responsible for the victory of the party. So he went ahead and boasted because he believed that, hey, I got to be there. So whatever happened between him being so excited and the fact that they published their official list as to who will be there and he's not included, the only explanation is that he got a big check to shut up and he had to accept it. So pretty soon you might get a different side of Doggy. You might start hearing him being critical and exposing this and exposing that. You might hear that. That's what happens, right? When people aren't compensated for their efforts, they turn. And usually when they turn, they are more devastating. More devastating. Look at Benchcop. Look at all the people who thought they had to get favors from the PPP. When they didn't get what they deserved, they turned. Look at the damage they caused on social media. You see? Don't take people's influence for granted. The last thing you want people to continue with this talking point that these kinds of people are greedy, these kinds of people are this. You don't want that. I mean, politics can be stingy, I know that, but being in government means you have access to hundreds of billions. No politician is broke. Don't use people. Don't do it. Because when people turn, you lose. So what I want to say here is this. I still don't want any Home Affairs minister to be a woman. I don't want that. And no, go look back at my videos. I have no interest in serving in no government, at least not this one. No interest. All right? Because when you serve in government, you can't do what I'm doing. You can't be this critical. You can't be on these platforms. Yeah, you have to be, you have to follow a certain, you know, ethics code of this and code of that. No, I want to be free to talk. So I'm good here. So I have no interest in that. Being a minister, but no, I said before, maybe I will in the next government. You want to know who will win? I'll tell you in the future. But for now, not this government. So because you think now that I need some favor from the Ali government, I'm telling you now I don't. The next government, I'll have my favors from that government, not this government. So it means I have to wait 5 years for this government to go. Then the next one that comes, then you can say, okay, but this one. So I'm telling you now, I'm saying it clear. You don't have to be suspicious. I don't want anything. And all the resources of the country doesn't belong to the government. It belongs to the people of Guyana. The government are stewards. They're there to manage the resources, not to hand it out to their friends. And I'm not a friend to the government, so I can't expect to have oil money. A lot of you got your share, right? You got cash grants and these kinds of stuff. So I didn't benefit, you benefited. You should be the one to talk the things I'm saying because you're benefiting. I'm not benefiting. But it's not Ali's money. It's not Jagdeer's money. It's the people's money. They're there to manage the resources and make sure that there's equitable distribution of the resources. That's it. But not to give to their friends. I ain't their friend. Why would they want to give to me? Fucking idiots. I'm talking to a person who likes to make those kind of comments. You fucking idiots. But respect to our president and his government. The Ministry of Home Affairs should have been to a man, an Indian, Indo-Guyanese man. I have my reasons. I've said my reasons. I don't want to see a woman there. And yes, I can talk to the government. They don't listen to me. They don't have to. I'm not an advisor, but I can talk to the government. And I said I don't want to. Yeah, that's what the fuck I said. So when I'm talking directly to the government. They don't have to accept my whatever it is. I'm not their advisor. I'm in control here. They're in control there. Get it straight. So whoever put you up to that, to write that long, whoever put you up to that, they're hearing what I'm saying. This is my response. You and them go fuck yourself. Okay? That you can do. And don't take me on. Not because of you idiots, I'm going to betray my cause, or as some of you think, I'll suddenly get black. I'm Indian. I identify as Indo-Guyanese. I've said it many times. What, do I have to keep repeating myself because of a few idiots? I have my reasons for that. I've given my reasons for that. Doesn't mean I hate the blacks. It means I love the Indians. But I also love the blacks. But I identify as Indo-Guyanese. Indian anything. I love the culture, the mentality. That's it. So me criticizing the government, it means I'm disloyal. I ain't fucking loyal to anybody. I'm loyal to myself. And because I have the inspiration and the embracement of the Indo-Guyanese and the concept of Chedi, that's it. It's not the first time you people are talking this bullshit. Whenever I'm critical, you're questioning my loyalty. I'm loyal to me. I'm loyal to me, myself, and I. Politics, I'm loyal to Chedi Jagan. Chedi Jagan, I am loyal to when it comes to politics, not Jagdeer or fucking Ali. Chedi Jagan. And because of that, all the presidents that came under the PPP, they got my support. because of one man, Chetty. So not because I criticize President Ali or criticize Jagdeo, it means that I'm not loyal to the PPP. The PPP is not these guys. These guys were born in the party. It was already there before they came. Was it? Yeah, I think so. Should be. Jagdeo is like 60, right? 60 plus. How old is the PPP? Maybe around the time, but I know with President Ali, he wasn't born yet. His grandmother was a part of the PPP, but he wasn't in the picture yet. So they came and they met the party. The party was already there. They didn't make the party. They benefited from the party. All of them. So where is Doggy? Get Doggy in the parliament. Get Doggy in the parliament. Let him embarrass you. Let Doggy embarrass you because that's what you voted for. And don't use the man. Don't use the man. He fought, he sacrificed, he made a big difference. He should reap the benefits. And one of the benefits of his hard work that he did on social media is to be a member of parliament. The man should have been on the list as a member of parliament. He deserved it. That's why you can't trust these people. If you could do that to Doggy, if you can do that to Doggy, you want people to trust you? You want people to trust you. And a man as important as that, to your success, you can do that to, you can betray him like that. Then how can people trust you? What would you do to the rest of us? Politics is dirty, but it doesn't have to be that stinking. It doesn't have to be that nasty. None of the people on that list contributed to your victory. None of them. Doggy is a sole man, the sole man who caused the Win party to be so successful. The sole man, because the people who voted for Win were largely, like 90%, young black youths. Young black youths, mostly males. And who got them? Odessa? Not even you, Ajudin. You may have gotten a few of the older guys. But Doggy got them. Doggy did. You see? I don't like Doggy, but I have to be fair. Fair is fair. Gotta be fair. What I don't like for myself, I don't wish it on somebody else. If that had happened to me, I'll be pissed. I mean, I'm not properly compensated and I am pissed. Imagine that. Imagine that. Keep the comments coming. Give me more things to get angry about. Keep it coming. Yeah, keep it coming. I won't block you. Keep it coming. Comment more. Say more stuff. Nasty stuff. Dirty stuff. Say it. Comment. I want to hear. Give me more reasons to get stuff out. Do it. And since I have no influence, we will see. No, we shall see. 2030. Don't worry. Quick. What? We're already at the end of 2025, 2026, and after that, we're almost there. We'll see who has influence. We shall see. But for now, don't worry. They don't need to acknowledge me. They don't, nothing of that. It's okay. Do your thing. Even so, I don't need to join the party officially. Even so. Even now. I don't have to join the party to speak for the people I identify with. I don't have to. So give me more reasons to stay away from the party. Please, I beg you. Give me more reasons to stay away. Then we shall see who has more influence. And keep coming with your nasty stuff. You know, keep coming with it. Remember, I'm a Cancerian. July. Remember that. We like to prove a point. Until next time, have a good day. See you on the next live. Uncensored Guyana. Goodbye now.